Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christine. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to another insert name of the company here sucks video. I just filmed one about Prove It and I thought I'm on a roll. I'm going to film a video why I believe Optavia sucks. The folder with all of the material is titled Optavia Sucks. So I think it is quite fitting as a title. Optavia is a starvation multi-level marketing company and they're selling nutritional programs to their customers and to their distributors, which is essentially the same thing. But if we take a look at the website, you can purchase pricey and highly processed powdered foods that you then have to mix up with water to create shakes and other stuff. You also have some snacks and some food that you don't have to mix up with water. Still highly overpriced powdery or dry food and snacks. What I've seen as being most promoted by the Optavia distributors is the 5-in-1 meal plan, where you are supposed to eat 5 Fuelings. That is how Optavia refers to their powdery little packages, and one actual meal, a Lean&Green meal. That is what you can consume when you follow these plans throughout the day. What is not included is the actual lean meal, so that is something you have to purchase on the side. Now, why do I think that Optavia sucks? Because I believe that Optavia can be dangerous, because following this plan means that you're severely under-eating for a long period of time. If you follow these plans, you might eat 1,200 calories a day, which is not a lot if you are a grown individual that is moving their body regularly, or if you're a grown individual, period. In my opinion, and according to actual science, it is not enough to feed a grown human being that lives somewhat of a minimum active lifestyle. You're severely under-eating. If we take a look at what reputable sources in Germany say about how many calories a grown individual, according to their activity level, should consume, we see that no matter what, you are severely under-eating if you're just eating 1,200 calories a day. This is split up in the PAL 1.4, 1.6, and 1.8. Those are the different levels of activity. 1.4 is you just predominantly sitting at a desk. 1.6 is you moving your body regularly, doing workouts here or there, having a job where you're not just sitting at your desk. And 1.8 is the amount of movement you have in a day if you're doing sports regularly, actively, and if you also have a job that involves physical activities. Let's take a look at a female, 25 till 51. Women in general should consume about 500 calories less than men because of the physical constitution. So if you're a female and you're 25 years old up to 51, you should consume at least 1,800 calories, even if you do not move your body a lot throughout the day. If you have a desk job, for example, and if you don't do a lot of sports whatsoever. Then if you are more of an active person, the minimum you should consume is 2,100 calories. If you're in the same age group, and if you live a very active lifestyle, the suggestion is 2,400 calories. If you're a man, that is also being upped by 500 calories, and the older you get, the less calories you need. But even in that case, if you're 65 years and older, you don't move your body a lot, you're female, the suggestion is 1,700 calories. So no matter how you twist it, how you turn it, 1,200 calories is too little for a grown individual. Even if you don't move your body a lot, even if you're a female, and even if you're a senior citizen. That is why I believe Optavia sucks. But let's go through some posts from Optavia distributors. I will have to pull out my glasses for this because otherwise I cannot read it yet again. This is a post from somebody who is in Optavia. What you get from me as your coach. A simple, easy to follow nutrition plan, a supportive community, tools to change your mindset and habits, accountability, one-on-one support. I do not even care about the caption on this post. What I would like to point out first and foremost is this person is not a coach. If you join Optavia, the distributors are being referred to as coaches, which in my opinion is misleading. I have the same opinion when it comes to body or beach body. You do not have to have a health and professional credential. You do not need to have any sort of medical background, any nutritional background, and any background a personal trainer that is accredited has to have. The word coach is not a protected word. It is not a protected description of an actual job. That is why people like this can call themselves coaches without knowing the slightest thing about nutrition. I just want to point that out. So anybody and everybody who is of age and who is able to join with a fee that is requested from you, if you want to join, can call themselves a coach. If somebody calls themselves a coach, I would expect them to have some sort of professional credentials, but that doesn't have to be the case in Optavia. A coach is a name that I believe is there to give somebody more credibility where there is not necessarily any credibility. Coach is just a way to describe a distributor, and I find that misleading. The same coach posted on their social media, "Happy Monday. I'm not sure how you're feeling after the weekend. I know I indulged in a few special treats. Here's a few of my favorite tips to start the week strong. Release shame and regret. If you're anything like me, you have a past that wraps shame in with decisions around food or alcohol. Your value isn't in your food choices. Food doesn't have emotions, we do, so deep breathe this. Do you write it like this? So take a deep breath and move forward. Drink a ton of water if you stepped on the scale and saw an increase from the weekend's choices. Hint, that's probably just water weight. So flush it out and make it a goal to get one more extra cup, or in my case, Stanley in. Get your body moving, go for a walk, or get that workout in. Sluggish people make poor choices. Get going." That is something I see a lot from Optavia coaches who say if you indulge on the weekend, if you do something, don't worry, just restrict yourself yet again at the beginning of the week. And once again, this is not a professional. This is not a healthcare professional. This is not a registered dietitian that has the background knowledge to give information on how you should feed your body. In general, I would argue it is great if you can give people uplifting information. You had a cookie on the weekend, you had some alcohol. Don't worry, you're a human being. That's great. Enjoy food and don't categorize food as good or bad. That is something I don't necessarily see here because of the connection to Optavia. Point 2 already tells me that there's something off. Drink a ton of water. Yes, hydrate your body. That is important. If you stepped on the scale and saw an increase from the weekend choices, that's probably just water weight. First of all, I would argue that for most people, it is probably healthy to skip the scale whatsoever. You will be able to tell if you look in the mirror, if you've lost weight or if you've gained weight. You can definitely tell by your clothing. And if that is something that is triggering to you, maybe get rid of the scale whatsoever. I do have a scale at home and I do like to weigh myself about once every month or every second month. But that is data, that is information, that is interesting. I'm the person that works in that way. It is not triggering to me. And when I know that I've worked out a lot, or I believe I've gained a lot of muscle, then my body weight might also increase. So there's a lot that's happening in your body that a scale cannot necessarily display. And if that is something that is potentially triggering to you, then maybe get rid of the scale. I do not think it is healthy or a healthy approach if you indulged on the weekend to step on the scale every Monday to see what has happened. But that is just my very own unprofessional opinion that I see as a consumer of this type of content. And then get your body moving. Go for a walk or get that workout in. Awesome. Yes, go for a walk, or if you want to work out, do it. That's awesome. Sluggish people make poor choices. That is a comment I find rather difficult because in connection to this multi-level marketing company, in connection to Optavia encouraging its customers and its distributors to severely undereat with their programs, it is kind of a victim blamey sentence, in my opinion. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but it is okay if you don't want to move your body some days. It is okay if you want to be home on the weekend, if you just want to lay by the pool, if you just want to lay in the garden, if you're doing little to nothing, if you're just on the couch, etc. People in Optavia, in my opinion, are very much driven and they have to do certain tasks. They have to follow their programs. They have to keep up with their potential customers and display themselves in a certain way. And that is why I find this sluggish people make poor choices not a great sentence I wouldn't want to see on my very own social media. Let's take a look at some more posts from another Optavia distributor that is also talking about the weekend. I have a feeling that the weekend topic, you indulging on the weekend, you allowing yourself to get lazy or to get crazy on the weekend, is something that is a huge topic within the Optavia community. This post says, It's Friday, I get it. It's the weekend. We've got dinner with friends or a birthday party, perhaps a lazy day around the house. See what I'm getting at? There will always be something. But you started to contend for your health for a reason. What was it? Who is affecting? How is it affecting your life? Grab a post-it and write it. Put them everywhere if you have to. Today is a day to remember your why over and over again, because you started contending for a reason, and I bet it's stronger than any of your weekend plans. Yikes. And then there's a lot of hashtags about Optavia. This is an Optavia coach, pretty much saying, that's how I interpret it, it's the weekend, don't allow yourself a soda, don't allow yourself candy, don't allow yourself something that is a fatty food, don't eat a pizza. Write down your why you want to lose weight, why you need to stay on this Optavia plan even on the weekends, and plaster your surrounding with Post-its. That's a big fat no from my end. The reason that I have an issue with this is because this person, I'm going to go through some more posts of this individual, is they always have a mixture of those inspirational, restrictive posts, in my opinion. And then they're posting their Lean&Green meal. So you have an inspirational post, why you should stay on track. And then you have posts like this, with this person promoting their lean meals. Some don't look that horrible, but in my opinion, they look like snacks. But this is supposed to be a meal. Let's remember that. So this is complete LNG. Pizza. Okay, this is a self-made lean pizza. 1 lean and 3 greens. And the recipe is 3 cauliflower thins, which doesn't sound horrible in my opinion. A half cup of part skim ricotta, half cup of cooked spinach, half 4th cup of tomato sauce, and 1 tablespoon reduced fat feta, half a condiment. This is typical for this coach and also for other coaches. That is pretty much what their one real food throughout the day, if you follow this 1 in 5 meal plan, looks like. This is an entire meal. Now, cauliflower thins look fine. You do them, it's a little snack. If you have friends over, you can present them as an entree. In my opinion, this doesn't sound like a full meal. And that is honestly concerning. I will walk you through what Optavia suggests your lean meal should look like in a second as well. We will take a look at their website, but that is really sad to see. And lots of Optavia coaches have stuff like this on their social media. This is not a pizza. And if you want a pizza or if you want to eat a slice of pizza, I would argue allow yourself a slice of pizza rather than that, because that looks compared to a slice of pizza very sad. If you want to eat that as a snack, awesome, perfect. But I have an issue with all of the fat-reduced stuff. First of all, cauliflower thins, I'm sure they can be yummy, they can be crunchy, but you could also just use an actual batter like you would use for pizza and make small pieces of that. Not an issue for me. Part skim ricotta, that means it also just tastes half as good. If you already eat in those small portion sizes, why don't you allow yourself a real ricotta and really enjoy that? And I get it, some people need to be aware of that and also need to keep an eye out for that. But you can reduce the amount of ricotta you use and just use real ricotta and not part skim one. And then we also have a tablespoon of reduced fat feta. So reduced fat feta, I guess, is what this person is hinting at. First of all, 1 tablespoon, and then also reduced fat. Yikes. That is why Optavia sucks. That recipe was an example of the one real food this coach had throughout the day. Severely under eating, and this is, besides the fueling, the one actual food they allowed themselves. This individual also has a highlights reel on their Instagram about the fuelings. Those are, when you follow the 5-in-1 plans, are going to take up the majority of your meals. So 5 of these fuelings and then 1 actual meal. Let's take a look at this highlight reel. I will scoop on over here and then I will just play it on the side. Very professional. I could have just moved to the side and then start this. But no, I'm not doing it. It's a Sunday and I'm doing as I wish. Yes. Let's take a look at the fuelings this person has on their highlights reel. That is what you get from Optavia, like this s'mores bar. Doesn't look that appealing to me. And then you have so creamy, a silky peanut butter shake. It looks fluidy, actually, not creamy. healthy vanilla milkshake and a creamy vanilla milkshake. It also just looks very, very watery. And then something else that is yummy. And then the person has received their box of Optavia Fuelings. So apparently she gets it every single month. Cinnamon sugar sticks, a wild strawberry shake that also just looks really, really watery in my opinion. Oh, and then some oat cereal crunch. Oh, that's sad. Yikes, a tomato herb penne fueling. The color is off. Is this normal? A strawberry lemonade flavor infuser. This is so good. A chocolate cherry ganache bar microwaved for 20 seconds. Tastes like cake. It looks dry. It looks super, super dry. Not a fan of that either. These fuelings, in my opinion, they look disgusting. And then a hot chocolate. You cannot just have a normal hot chocolate. Ooh, okay. And then we have poop with whipped cream on top. Pudding vibes, but it's actually poop. More shakes that are yummy, etc. To me, these fuelings look honestly disgusting. A lot of them just look watery. I'm personally not a fan of shakes in any way, shape, or form. I prefer to actually chew my food. Oh, and a sad coffee. The color is off. What kind of a coffee is this? Just drink freaking coffee if you want a coffee. This looks really sad. A lot of these fuelings look really, really disgusting. They look really dry. The tomato herb soup, the color was off. Something is wrong with that. Then we have baked goods or those brownie supplements or the chewy chocolate chip. Yeah, it looks very, very dry. A lot of their fuelings, they either look watery, they look weird for what they're supposed to be. You could just get a normal version of that from an actual store without having to pay a lot of money. And just because you have yummy besides the post, must try, delicious, or emojis that tell you that this is so yummy, that this is so good, that this is so great, doesn't convince me that these are actually great. Tastes just like a Wendy Frosty, but it's mint chocolate. No, it's a no from me. These look really disgusting. Why am I showing you this? If you join Optavia and you participate in this nutrition plan, that is how you might need to feed your body for a long period of time. It looks disgusting in my opinion, small sizes, and if Optavia and Optavia coaches are not even able to make a normal coffee look good, then I'm out. I'm out no matter what. And like I said, you can write yummy and emoji as much as you want. That doesn't make the food look better. It looks disgusting. It looks dry. It looks wool. It's a no for me, Optavia. Already. I'm not even through this video, but it's already a big fat no from my end. Pun intended. Let's take a look what Optavia themselves say on their website, what the 5-in-1 plan is, so that you can get more information on what we have just seen. Optimal weight 5-in-1 plan, eating 6 small meals per day is the first healthy habit you will learn. On the optimal weight 5-in-1 plan, your body enters a gentle but efficient fat-burning state while retaining lean muscle mass. Choose from more than 60 convenient, nutritionally interchangeable, scientifically designed fuelings. That's a sentence. In addition to 5 fuelings each day, you learn another healthy habit: how to make a lean and green meal for you and your family. When you know what optimal nutrition looks like, healthy eating becomes second nature. When you have those fuelings, like I said, you either just eat them as a snack or you add some sort of fluid, mix it up, heat it up, so you will not learn a lot. But then they also have lean green meals available, as we have seen from the coach before. The lean green meals, let's take a look what they are. First of all, this specific picture here looks disgusting. If you're not even able on your website to make a lean green meal that you're suggesting your coaches to eat look good, that's another red flag. Lean and green meals. Each Optavia plan includes a lean green meal in collaboration with the Culinary Institute of America. Optavia has created over 200 recipes to help you prepare lean green meals using fresh ingredients that are carbohydrate controlled. That is why we don't see a lot of carbs there. That's also why this burger is a lettuce burger and it doesn't even have a normal bun. If you want to eat a regular burger, or if you like bread, or if you like carbs, go for it. Carbs are good for the brain. Just saying. Your brain would appreciate that. consists of a lean protein, vegetables, and recommended healthy fats. Once you begin the program, you'll have access to the variety of recipes on the Optavia app, available for download in blah 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 and blah blah blah. And with the help of your coach, you'll learn how to make healthy meals for you and your family. I would not feed my family with this shit for the life of me. Because severely undereating with 3 cauliflower crackers, no, it's not something I would do, and it is also not something I would recommend my family to do. We would all be hangry. There's also nothing soft about this approach, all right? You will severely undereat, and then the only one real food that you're probably looking forward to that looks that pitiful. Let's take a look at another post from another Optavia coach. She's starting her day with a coffee and a chocolate chip protein muffin and reminiscing about our week in New York together. And then she and I suppose her hubby were working out, and then she's talking about Mother's Day. So let's listen to this day in the life of an Optavia coach.
I'm actually having my shake early today because I am working. I hope you guys had a beautiful Mother's Day. You guys, having my mom and grandmother and Marilyn Sue, like the 4 generations of women, you just never know when that's going to happen again in general, but to have it done on Mother's Day was so special. I felt very loved and relaxed and renewed, and last week was just wild. But as I'm doing work here today, I think most of you know that to work with me, so the coaching fee, your nutrition structure, which includes a lot of your food actually, the other 2 components, it's $75 discount to get started for month 1. In month 2, because most of us are going to need to do this for more than 30 days, it's going to cut me off. But in month 2, it's $101 off. So don't cut me off. Okay, so I won't make you listen to all this. I'm just going to write it on the next slide. And then I'm going to actually follow up with anyone that I've done a health assessment with, or pre-clients or clients that have not worked with me in the last 180 days, which is about November. You are eligible for this discount as well. Current clients, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Message me if you want the $75 off. I have an idea on how we can make that happen so that you're compensated too for staying the course. But to me, it's kind of like you buy a great pair of jeans, they fit great from Nordstrom's, and they go on sale the next month. Like, I don't work for Nordstrom's, nothing I can do about it, right? So next slide, check out the discount, $75 off through May. So in like a couple more weeks, and $101 off in month 2, which is crazy. I mean, that pays for like a third of your investment with me. And most of you need 60 days of my program because a lot of you need to lose 20 pounds.
Wow. Okay, discount details. The investment to work with me for 30 days is $75 less in month 1, $101 less in month 2. This includes my coaching fee. That was also mentioned on the first post that I showed you, but these people are not workout professionals. These are not personal trainers. You're just signing up to an overpriced, powdery nutritional program when you purchase these products from Optavia, and these non-educated, non-professional coaches are supposed to guide you through this, are supposed to sell you more and potentially also recruit you. So this is not somebody who is an actual coach who will get paid on a freelancer basis if you want to work together with a nutritionist or if you want to work together with a personal trainer. So I find that already weird. When you sign up for Optavia, that is supposed to be included anyway. The fact that Optavia coaches will mention this is concerning in my opinion. And that is nothing about these people personally, but if you don't have any actual credentials and you're trying to shill me overpriced MLM products where I'm severely under eating, then you're not a coach. I'm not going to book you, and it is not worth one dime to book you for whatever reasons. You're not an actual workout and nutritional expert that I need to pay for their actual knowledgeable services. That is something that struck me as weird already. Access to our community, book system journal, nutrition structure guide, and 5 meals replaces your grocer. So the person, from what I can tell, is pitching the 5-in-1 plan. her coaching fee included, and she's promoting a discount that was offered in May and June. In May, you can save $75, which is a lot of money, and it sounds good, doesn't it? And in month 2, if you commit to a second month, because apparently you're also fat, that you need to lose a lot of weight. That's why you need to do this for 2 months. Once again, not a professional telling you that you need to lose weight. Unless you are my doctor, I do not want you to tell me that I need to gain weight or lose weight until you have seen me physically, done an actual physical examination, taken my blood, checked the functionality of my organs, and you have the actual medical knowledge to advise me to lose weight, because that would be beneficial for me, then I don't want to hear that from you. Overstep in so many boundaries already. But let's get back to the prices. So if in May and in June you follow this plan because you have to lose a lot of weight and you get the essential optimal kit, which is $395.25. You get $75 off in month 1, in this case in May. That means you will only spend $320.25. If you also stick to it another month, so the 60 days she talked about, then you will get $101 off in your second month. That means that you only have to pay $294.25. So those are just your 5 Fuelings, where you still have to pay almost $300 on the most reduced month. They're still super pricey, and real food is not included here. That's a bad offer. Those are just those disgusting, dry, powdery, or watery Fuelings. No real food included. But I guess you need to do it because you need it, because you need to lose weight. That approach in itself is already disgusting, in my opinion. But let's continue with this Optavia coach, because she has more information to spread, and I found that rather interesting.
Okay, I have a serious question that's gonna make people maybe not like me. Maybe they don't care. Anyway, okay, I just saw a Mother's Day post from yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, I miss them, and that's such a beautiful family, and she's the best. She's one of the best moms I've ever known. And so I'm just really bringing you into this business today. And so I'm like, oh, okay, yes, happy Mother's Day. You guys are the best. And then I saw another friend of ours from the same area when we were in Coronado together comment as well. And I was like, I love her. We had the best time, And so then I went and looked. I was like, I'm going to go message her and see how she's doing. And then I went and looked at our messages, and she hasn't responded to my last 11 messages I sent. And then I immediately just felt like I wasn't good, or I was annoying or something. Is anyone else Okay, so my whole point is this. I know it's not me, and the other day I listened to voice messages from a friend that I don't even really know, but I really like her, and I had looked at it and then forgotten to respond, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. So maybe that's what's happened here, but I don't even really know why I'm telling you this, other than if I send you a message, I actually really cared about inviting you to something or knowing how you're doing. I think I'm just more curious why people don't respond to messages. And it's not even my problem. And it's probably me being insecure about something. I'm really taking you on a good journey today. I just ate good today, and I worked out, and I'm just doing some self-reflection. Anyway, I love you guys on here, and if I message you, I genuinely care. I'd love to hear back. Yeah, I'm curious. Why not respond?
I don't respond because I totally forget. I didn't have a response. You haven't messaged me. So yeah, you heard right. This is an Optavia coach whining on her stories that somebody didn't get back to them. She pretty much got ghosted. And I understand if there are people in your life and they don't get back to you, or they're not talking to you as much as you want to, or they're not responding to you whatsoever, that can make you sad, absolutely. In this case, maybe self-reflection would be helpful. First of all, you have to appreciate that MLM distributors utilize every little thing that happens in their life to pitch their MLM opportunity. Because after this story, she has another story asking people to connect with her why they don't respond. In case you are ever interested in doing that, maybe consider or maybe reconsider, because in that case, it's a way for MLMers to reach out to you, to have your Instagram, to have your contact details, etc. So unless you want an MLM Han attached to your butt, maybe don't do that. But let's talk about the things she spoke about here. Granted, we do not have a lot of information, only what she spoke about, person she said she really liked, person she was friends with, an amazing family, an amazing human being, and the person hasn't responded to her, although she has sent 11 messages. Maybe it is because they don't want to be pitched Optavia. Granted, like I said, I do not know all of the background information. There could also be personal stuff, personal issues on whatever side. But if somebody reaches out 11 times and doesn't get feedback, it's a sign and you should get it. The person doesn't want to talk to you. And she also said, I know it's not me. But I would argue if you are an MLM coach and you reach out to acquaintances and they completely ghost you, maybe they don't want to be pitched a 5-in-1 fueling for $400 or occasionally for a couple of bucks off. Maybe they don't want somebody who's an acquaintance of them or a former friend or a current friend to consistently pitch them a business opportunity they're not interested in. And the fact that somebody is not reflecting on that, I think, is concerning. I believe it is something you need to tell yourself. It is not me. Why is a person ghosting me? That makes me sad, etc. But maybe it is the business model that you've attached yourself to. I would also ghost you if you reached out to me 11 times, because there is always this suspicion that an MLM Hun tries to establish a really, truly genuine connection to you so that they can pitch you whatever their MLM offers. So yeah, 11 messages, no feedback, the person ghosted you. I hate to break it to you, but it might actually be you and the version of you that is pitching Optavia Fuelings to friends and acquaintances. This video, I think, is a collection of thoughts and of posts and information from the Optavia website, but that is enough for me to believe that Optavia sucks. So what is my conclusion here? You might be surprised, but it is don't join Optavia. It is don't join an MLM, as is typically my conclusion at the end of those videos. What do you think about Optavia? I would like to get your thoughts. I think that Optavia is actually one of the more dangerous MLMs just because of the actual products they're selling you. If coaches recommend that for 2 months you severely undereat, it is very likely that you could do damage, that you could do harm to your body, especially if those people have no medical knowledge whatsoever, no knowledge as a healthcare professional or as a medical professional, and I find that concerning. And if you follow that person's advice, you would have spent almost $800 just for the fuelings, to severely undereat, to then probably bounce back afterwards and gain more weight when you start to eat normally. And if you follow that program for too long, I would argue that you can also completely wreck and destroy your metabolism. If you are ever unsure and you want to lose weight or you think that something is physically not okay with you, please do not trust an MLMer, please do not trust an Optavia Hun, please go and seek professional help from a medical professional that can guide you through whatever you need to be guided through. Yeah, that's my conclusion. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing. If you like this specific video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to comment something, please do so in the comment section down below. In the description box, I also have now my email contact. If you would like to share material, team calls, opportunity calls, posts, also from Optavia, and you would like me to react to these, please feel free to do that as well. In that case, you could record or screen record and then give me access to that via Google Drive. You can also contact me on Instagram in Instagram DMs if you would like to let me know something, and you will be kept anonymous if you want to. If you don't want to be kept anonymous, then let me know that as well, and I'm happy to shout you out in those videos as the content provider. If you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one soon. Until then, tschüss!